Hello everyone, we are here, British Watchmakers Day, Royal Horticultural Halls, Lindley Hall. The queue is massive. We're about to get inside and we're about to ask all of the exhibitors about their watches that they've got on display, about British Watchmakers Day, and about what it's like being a watch brand in Britain today. Stick around and find out what they've got to say. What time do people start queuing today?
It was 5 a.m. Absolutely incredible.
It doesn't matter whether you're buying a £150 watch or a £300,000 watch. It's about watches and just spreading that enthusiasm between everyone.
I think the overall level has risen even in 12 months. The quality of design, the quality of innovation, the quality of presentation has just gone through the roof.
What's the feedback? What's the feeling from people seeing your watches? What are the reactions?
Well, the feedback is a lot of people have seen it online but not had the chance to hold it yet, which makes sense. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's, wears much more comfy than I thought. It's much more interactive in real life. And so it's been really nice to have a lot of people come over and be like, oh, I really want to see it in real life. And so far people have been really excited.
So this is Tomino. So the name's based on Tomino, Sicily, where I learned to freedive when I was 12.
Amazing.
Basically fell in love with the film The Big Blue by Luc Besson. And a lot of that film is based there as well. And so it seemed like a natural name for it. Molded superluminova, carbon ceramic dial, carbon ceramic bezel. So far it's been very good. And if all the people that have joined the waitlist buy one, then we've sold way too many.
This is the new Terranova bracelet in terms of design. It takes back the profile of the case of Terranova, a little bit like ripples in a pond when you throw a stone, and it repeats it with some brushed and polished part. We have decided to do it in full bronze, which is quite unusual, a little bit different.
Absolutely, yes.
I used to say it's the Rolls Royce of bronze alloys, because the fact of being enriched with aluminium gives it first a very unique sparkle.
Sure.
In terms of color. Second, is much more durable. It's much more unallergic, so easier to wear. That's why we do the full bracelet. And also the patina comes in a very smooth way.
How's it been so far? We're only an hour and a half in.
I was just saying to Katya, I feel like I've been here all day already. It is incredible. I mean, last year took everyone by surprise with just the sheer volume of positivity and the roar in the room. This year, we know it's about the same number of people because it's the same venue.
Absolutely.
But it feels even bigger.
And so what's the reaction been when you've shown them the Edwardian?
People saw it on photographs several months ago. So there's always that thing of you've seen it, are you still interested in it later? But everyone has said, in the metal, in the sterling silver, it's better.
Great.
And that's why we're here. We want people to get the watch on their wrist.
Now tell me, the story of today is the gimlet.
Wow.
We've seen the queue from the moment we opened.
I saw people running, actually running. I was like, please don't trip over.
Why has it captured people's attention so much?
So to actually have two British companies, relatively young companies coming together with very polar opposite design language, but it works. It's like American pancakes with bacon and maple syrup on top.
Right.
It's one of those things, it shouldn't work, but it does.
Rich, you've done it again, mate.
We've done it again.
Second British Watchmakers Day, second queue out of the door for a Studio Underdog.
We were a little bit more prepared this year.
You were.
We thought that people might love the gimlet, and people certainly have.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's, product is one thing, and I like to say I think the execution of the actual product itself has been well executed. But so much of it is, it's the storytelling. And that's not just talking about, a marketing campaign. That's talking about how customers can connect to a watch, how customers can connect to a story as well. I think one element that we saw last year was the storytelling element in terms of people saying, I went to British Watchmakers, this is what I came home with. Everyone has that story of, meeting the brand, seeing the product, two very different British brands, one the oldest British brand and one of the youngest.
Very true.
I think seeing those two brands come together in a product that makes a lot more sense than probably would have expected.
Hi Russ, how you doing?
Second year we're back in
How the tables have turned.
Oh my God, the interviewer, the interviewee, huh?
Exactly.
So tell me about it.
Yeah.
Second year back in. Is it deja vu?
This is better than deja vu because last year I walked into it just completely unaware and unprepared for the sort of energy, the sort of numbers. This year it's been like prom night or something. I've been looking forward to it. I've been counting the days.
Yeah. Now, quickly talk me through what we've got on the stand here.
We've got these cased in Time+Tide donut cases in chocolate, strawberry, and blueberry. We're giving people real donuts, which is slightly off-brand for me because I don't usually eat donuts, but I do love them. We have Bark and Jack limited edition straps that we did with him that have London names, Piccadilly, Bond Street, Oxford Circus. We have this beautiful Duckworth Prestex Parker with a cream dial, which has these gold numerals that the current owner of Duckworth Prestex, his father did these numerals. And then we have last year's big sensation, the pizza watch. This watch is discontinued. We have a couple of models left here. We're not really advertising the fact that they're for sale. It looks like a display, but we do have the last of these to go.
Tell me, you guys have brought a bit of a special watch today.
This is the Aurora 36mm. Name kind of gives a clue as to the size.
Absolutely.
But this is a brand new dial for us. So it is a stamped copper dial with a radial guilloche pattern that is then lacquered over to give this nice depth and richness of colour that you wouldn't get if it was just a stamped dial.
Absolutely.
If you're a fan of the brand, you know that what we do is we use a lot of Lumicast. So that is super luminova blended with ceramic and moulded into 3D shapes.
Yeah.
And so we've got that here for these very small, sleek numerals that we have then overprinted with black so that the effect is, it looks like the loom is backlit.
Yes, it's amazing. Tell me about this D300 that you're wearing.
D300,
Talk me through
so
it.
it's a 300-meter dive watch.
Yeah.
It is full ceramic with a titanium core. And it goes 300 meters. And it's also, a lot of people have put it on their wrist and gone, yes.
Yeah.
So that's been good for us because that's what I wanted. New customers that didn't know about this have now kind of gone, yeah, I want to be.
Exactly.
Fantastic day. Amazing.
Good.
Amazing. Such a strong community.
It is.
Do you know, last year it was incredible. This year, even better. Just so many familiar faces. Returning customers, new fresh people into the industry.
That's exactly
Great
what you
day,
want.
Great day. So we've got this new watch. It's the S6E, Spitfire Escape watch.
Okay.
We're only making 100.
Yeah.
It features a brand new case design for us.
Right.
Made out of 2 parts. I mean, my business partner's ex-military engineer, and there's no point having somebody like that on board if you're not pushing the boundaries.
That's true.
So it's a 42mm chronograph. And what makes this watch extra unique is that we have a piece of metal in it from a Spitfire that crashed in World War II. So the whole story, there's a latitude and longitude and date code on the dial, which is part of our house style. And this denotes the whole story. So all the information is on the website.
Tell me, what's the reaction been like to this new watch?
It's been amazing. Like, honestly and truthfully, we thought mostly we'd be doing this small limited edition to get photography in sort of press and stuff before the show. But actually the response has been amazing from people coming in. So the special feature of the watch that we've done for Watchmakers Day is the handmade strap that we made in-house.
Amazing.
So it's got like a double layer of parallel stitching. Like we got really in depth with the strap making. Essentially, like you've got this kind of cacophony of colored shapes and characters. The elements that you look at to read the time are all in white.
Yeah.
So you've got the long sort of totem pole figure for the minute hand, and then this other character for the hours. And even in the very center, you've got the pupil of the eye that acts as your seconds hand. So that's very slowly rotating to show you the seconds as well.
Great. And now this has the mechanical movement inside as well.
Correct.
Even better.
And usually for us, we printed on the rotor and also one of the winding wheels. So you can see when you turn the winding wheel, like the rotor's spinning, but you can kind of see the wheel is rotating with the print on it.
Great. Tell me about this watch that you've had specially made for the day.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm wearing it here. So this we call the Penfold. So working in collaboration with Bristol-based artist Penfold, who's behind me over here. And so I've known him for about 15 years. We kind of grew up together a bit in Cambridge. always loved his street art, always seen his murals around and in different places, and always thought that would look amazing on a dial.
You've done an interesting technique to get his art on there.
We have. So we wanted it to be something where when you tilt the watch, the art actually kind of pops out from almost like a blank white canvas.
Great.
So it's a separate metal component that's stamped and airbrushed separately and then pressed into the dial. So you get that kind of drop shadow when you see it at an angle, and it kind of steps off the wrist. So,
yeah, and that's just like an extra step. You could have just printed that on there, right?
Yeah, we always try and challenge and explore those things.
And so what's the reaction been like?
It's been super positive.
Yeah.
I think, it's been a little bit different from things that we've done so far, which is great. And people are really excited. Had some great sales. It's been really, really good.
We thought it was about time that Britain put a man on the moon.
Absolutely.
So we decided to launch the moon phase mission to Maidenhead. Yep. So I'm pleased to say we've landed a few people on the moon already.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Any pieces left?
There won't be.
There won't be.
We split them between the morning session and the afternoon session. All the morning session ones went. So I don't know yet how the afternoon's going, but
okay. Adrian.
Hey,
it's British Watchmakers Day.
Yes.
You're finally here with a stand.
I am.
Not just a stand, you're serving coffees.
And British coffee at that.
British coffee as well.
Cairngorm Coffee Company.
Amazing. I love the Cairngorms. When I think of you, I think of like three things. It's amazing YouTube videos.
Thank you.
Great straps. And a weird obsession with coffee.
Yes. Well, the weird thing is, for a lot of people, coffee is just Starbucks. It's just coffee. It's just a drink. But it's another thing that you can get geeky about.
Absolutely,
yes.
100%.
Extraction times, grind consistency, the coffee type, the roasts, and the machines that you use. So it's not just a drink. It's like cameras. You can get really geeky about it. And we're just nerds.
100%. It's another area of nerdery, and you've brought it into British Watchmakers Day in a very authentic way, which is great. There we are, guys. That is a wrap on British Watchmakers Day 2025. Last year, it felt like complete chaos. We had the pizza watches causing stampedes in here. This year, it's more controlled chaos. The Gimlet still had a huge reception with queues around the block, but we were prepared this year. Now tell me down in the comments, what was the favorite watch that you saw in the video that we were able to get our hands on? But that's it for this year, guys. I will see you next year at British Watchmakers Day 2026.